Most AI characters look amazing for exactly one image, and then the second you change anything, the angle, the outfit, the lighting, the pose, they completely fall apart. Suddenly the face is different, the proportions are off, and now it doesn't even look like the same person anymore. And if you've ever tried adding a second character to the scene, that's where everything usually goes downhill fast. I ran into this problem over and over again. I'd generate a character that looked perfect, like, finally, this is the one. Great face, good style, exactly the vibe I was going for. Then I'd try to do something simple, rotate the camera, change the clothes, put them in a new environment, and boom, it's a different person. And that's the most frustrating part about AI characters right now. The tools are almost there. They're good enough to impress you with a single image, but not good enough to actually rely on across a full project. There's this massive gap between cool one-off image and consistent character I can actually use. I tried everything to fix this. I tried over-explaining every detail in the prompt. I tried uploading reference images again and again and again. I tried stitching together workflows across multiple tools. Nothing felt clean. Nothing felt reliable. It always felt like I was fighting the AI instead of working with it. And then I found something that actually changed how this works. Not a trick, not a prompt hack, an actual system that finally makes consistent AI characters make sense. The tool is called OpenArt. They recently rolled out an update to their character system, and honestly, this is the first time I've seen consistency handled in a way that actually feels logical. Instead of re-explaining your character every single time, you train them once. Instead of hoping the AI understands what you mean, you tag exactly what you're referring to. You control the pose, you control the position, you control the references, and the character just stays consistent. No re-uploading, no re-guessing, no starting over. You build the character, and then you use the character. To follow along with me, you can also sign up with OpenArt through the link in description. Once you open OpenArt, you'll land on the main dashboard. On the left side of the screen, you'll see a menu. Click on Character. This is the most important section in the entire tool. Think of this as your character library. Every character you create lives here, and once they're created, you can reuse them in any image or video, anytime you want. Now click Create Character. At this point, OpenArt gives you two options. Option 1, start with a description. Option 2, start with images. Here's how to decide. If you're starting fresh and you already have a clear idea in your head, go with the description. It's faster and cleaner. If you already have images you love and you don't want the look to change, upload those images. For this walkthrough, I'll start with a description so you can see the full process. This is where a lot of people overthink things. You don't need a massive prompt. You don't need to describe every eyelash. Just focus on the core details. Something simple like a woman in her late 20s with shoulder-length black hair, brown eyes, wearing a leather jacket and jeans. Modern, casual style. That's it. Clear, direct, easy for the AI to understand. Next, choose your model. I recommend Nano Banana Pro. It's flexible, reliable, and handles character consistency really well. Once that's set, click Generate. Now this is where OpenArt does something really smart. Instead of giving you one image and calling it a day, it generates multiple training views. You'll get a front view, a close-up of the face, a full body shot, and a back view. This is huge, because now the AI understands what your character looks like from every angle, not just one perfect pose. So later, when you turn their head, rotate the camera, or place them in a new scene, the AI isn't guessing. It's referencing the training views. This is the foundation of consistency. This is why everything else works. If any of the views feel off, you can regenerate just that one. Once everything looks good, confirm it.
Next, give your character a name. It sounds simple, but this helps a lot, especially with multiple characters. You can also add a short backstory. 1 or 2 sentences is enough. Something like, a detective working night shifts in a neon-lit city. This part is optional, but I highly recommend it. The AI picks up on context, and the images tend to feel more intentional. Now save the character. At this point, you've officially built a reusable AI character. Now let's create a second character. Same process, new description, new training views, new name. Here's where OpenArt really separates itself. In most tools, putting multiple characters in the same scene is a nightmare. Faces get mixed, identities blend, everything breaks. In OpenArt, you just select both characters. You open a new generation, choose character A, choose character B, and write character A and character B sitting at a cafe, talking over coffee. That's it. Same faces,
Same identities. I've tested this with 3 and even 4 characters in one scene. It holds up. This might be my favorite feature. Let's say you want a very specific outfit. Instead of trying to describe it perfectly, you upload an image of it. Then you tag it. So your prompt becomes, character A wearing this outfit, standing in a snowy street. The AI knows exactly what you mean. Outfits, locations, props, backgrounds, even poses. No guessing. No interpretation errors. You're not hoping the AI understands vintage leather jacket. You're showing it. This alone removes a huge amount of frustration. Now let's talk about poses. Instead of hunting reference images online, OpenArt gives you a 3D mannequin. You rotate the body, move the arms, tilt the head, adjust the camera. You build the exact pose you want. Then OpenArt generates your character in that pose. Low-angle shots, dynamic action poses, natural seated positions. You're no longer limited by existing images. The position tool lets you decide exactly where your character appears in the frame. You draw a box, and that's where the character goes. This is huge for thumbnails, storytelling, comics, faceless YouTube channels. You're directing the scene, not guessing. Here's the workflow. Generate a starting frame. Generate an ending frame. Same character, slight variation. Then switch to image to video mode. Upload both images. Because both frames reference the same trained character, the face stays consistent the entire time. No morphing, no drift. Same person, start to finish. Here's why this beats everything else I've tried. 1. You train your character once. 2. Everything is tagged and organized. 3. Full control over pose and composition. 4. It's repeatable. Images, videos, scenes, same character, every time. If you're building a faceless channel, a story, or a brand, this just works. If you want to try it, the link's in the description. Build one character. You'll know pretty quickly if this clicks. And if it does, you just saved yourself months of frustration. What OpenArt is doing with training views is locking down the unknowns. You're not just showing the AI what your character looks like, you're teaching it what must not change. That's a huge difference. Think of it like casting an actor. Once you cast someone, you don't recast them for every scene. You change the lighting, you change the wardrobe, you change the location, but the actor stays the same. That's exactly how OpenArt treats characters. And once you understand that mindset shift, everything clicks. You stop treating characters like disposable generations and start treating them like assets, something you build once and then reuse across your entire project. That's why this workflow scales. Whether you're creating 1 image or 100, the process stays the same and the results stay consistent. All right, that's it. If this helped, leave a like. If you've got questions, drop them in the comments. I'll see you in the next one.